Hey everyone, today's September 26, 2017, and I hope all of you are having a great day today. And it has been a little less than 2 weeks since I've made a video, and for the last almost 8 months now, I've made at least 2 to 3 videos a week, and I'm sorry for not making any videos in the last 2 weeks. To be honest with you guys, I've had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life where I couldn't really make videos. I've been doing stuff to the car, I'm going to a lot of events, but I didn't have the motivation to really record, pick up my camera, but I feel good right now. I'm getting back into it, and I'm gonna make consistent videos starting right now. Today should be an awesome video. I wanted to make this one for a really long time, but before we get this video started today, let's do a quick cold start. Alright guys, heading home from work right now. The BRZ is looking really good. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get to it. We'll start this video off with a quick acceleration. So this racing shift knob right here, absolutely amazing. So I'm pretty sure that was the last video I made, is when I got my new racing Ashiko weighted shift knob. It's 735 grams. I've been using it for the last 2 weeks now, and I should have done this from the beginning. So like I said, sorry that I haven't made a video in almost 2 weeks now. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on where I could have made videos, I guess, but I wasn't in the right mindset to pick up the camera and just start making videos and being creative. It's been about a week and a half, I'm feeling better now. So I know this video is gonna do awesome. I've been wanting to make this for a while now. So I owned my 2015 Subaru BRZ for exactly 6 months now. 2 weeks into my ownership of my BRZ 6 months ago, I made a video, 5 things I hate about my 2015 Subaru BRZ. Well, those 5 things I didn't like about my BRZ that I made in that video 6 months ago were things that they're easily modifiable. You can change it and eliminate it pretty much completely. So I'm gonna go over those 5 things and tell you exactly what I did to get rid of them. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get on with number 1. So when I made that video 6 months ago, I only owned the BRZ for 2 weeks, and I gave the things I thought I didn't like the most, and honestly they were pretty accurate for the stock car. And number 1 was the stock exhaust. For most people who own a BRZ, FRS, or 86, usually the first modification most people get is a new exhaust system. Because if you look at my BRZ, it looks like a really aggressive car from every angle, from the front, side, and even the rear. What's great about the Subaru BRZ is that it has the FA, the Boxer engine, and doing a really easy exhaust switch, getting an exhaust from $500 up to $2,000, you can really change the car what it sounds completely. My first exhaust which I had on my car was a Buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust. It was like $530. It was on the lower side, but it sounded amazing. It was a single exit exhaust. I did plenty of videos on my channel about it, and it really brought out that Boxer engine and made the car sound aggressive to match how it looks. My first exhaust I had was a Buddy Club Spec 2. Right now I have the NVIDIA N1 exhaust with the burnt titanium tips. I'm not sure if you can tell with how dark it is outside right now. So the NVIDIA N1 exhaust is not that loud of an exhaust. It sounds good, it has a lower rumble to it, but what really brings that Boxer engine sound that actually makes my car sound like a Subaru is my header. I have the JDL unequal length header that with the combination with my NVIDIA N1, it sounds amazing, and that's why I love my car right now. It's such an easy fix too. From stock, it sounds completely silent. I got an NVIDIA N1, I got headers on the car. I go with unequal length headers because you get that Subaru classic rumble. So number 2, the second thing I didn't like about my Subaru BRZ that I made in my video 6 months ago was the wheel and tire setup from stock. So obviously if you look at my wheels and tires, these aren't the stock wheels and tires, and this was an easy fix too. Just like the exhaust, I had to swap them out. I got aftermarket wheels and tires. The stock tires you get, they're 215s, very, very thin tires. But from factory, the car doesn't have too much horsepower or torque. With the 215s, it's easier to kick out the back end, which is true. But for me, once you start getting more power and you actually want to put that power to the ground and make most of your BRZ FRS or 86, you want thicker tires all around. So I have a square setup of 235s. The size of my wheels tires, it's 235 40 by 18-inch wheels. So I bought 4 brand new tires for the car, and my wheels, I think they look amazing. 5-spoke wheels, they look great, and the thing about these wheels, they're not even too expensive either. I love the wheels I have for my BRZ right now. Eventually I'll get more expensive ones, better quality ones, but these are the XXR 535s in chrome. They're discontinued wheels, they don't make them anymore, and I love the 5-spoke, the silver, and my car is gray metallic, and with that silver, the chrome color, it really makes my car pop. Also with the stock wheels, personally, I don't like how mine looked. I had the 2015 stock wheels and I hated how they looked. 2017's the new ones, they do look a lot better, but still I would still swap them out because they're still very, very thin, and on top of it, it really changes the whole look of your car. So number 3 was something that a lot of people deal with the BRZ FRS and 86. How they made this car, the interior, I mean, it looks good all around for the price, but something really weird about the car that I really don't like about it is where they have the power outlet or the lighter. So as a lot of you guys know, I have a Passport radar. It's a Passport Escort. I paid around $600 for it, and it was a great investment. The one thing is, I have nowhere to really plug it in. The lighter or like the power outlets in this car are in weird places. For most cars, they're in places you can really use them. So right down here, you see you have a USB and auxiliary jack. There's no power outlet down here. In your center console right here, you have one right here. So when you get a radar, you put it on your dash. See, mine, it goes here. Usually there would be a jack right in front, really easy to plug in. Obviously, I wouldn't use this cord and use this one over here. So I don't have a cord crossing all the way up here from my dashboard all the way up front to my center console. You wouldn't do that. So the closest one I have, and it's in a really strange place. It is in the glove box. If you can see, it's all the way in the back. What I did is I put a piece of rubber around the edge of my wire here. So what I do is I put that piece that has the rubber right here, and I literally just close the glove box. And yes, it's probably not the best for the cord. I do have a rubber piece around it that is kind of protecting it, but I am still closing it on it, and it's in a really awkward place. And that was my way of fixing it. A lot of people, what they do is they put it up this pillar on the side, and they put it through the glove box down there, which I could have done, but I would need a longer cord because this one's not long enough. This has been working fine for the last 6 months, so I think I'm just gonna keep using that. Number 4 is very minor, something I can fix, and I can just buy it and put it on there, but it was something with the interior. So when you go into the BRZ here, and it's really weird, I've never seen any other car like this. The center console doesn't have an armrest or a cover for this. So if you see the center console here, take my wallet off there, there is nothing here. And for the cup holder, you can literally take it out, and you have this here. It looks like there should be a cover here, and there's not. And you could buy it aftermarket. They're like $80 to $100, and they're really nice. And I got used to it. It was very weird not having a center console to put storage in, and so on. But eventually I will buy it. So as a lot of you know, or if you're new to my channel, Before I had my 2015 Subaru BRZ, I owned a 2015 Ford Mustang GT with roughly 500 horsepower to the wheels. And I've said this in many videos, and I made a lot of videos about my Mustang. Mustang is a great car. You get 435 horsepower from the factory, 400 wheel horsepower, and it's so easy to make power with that car. With a tune full bolt-ons, you can make 500 to the wheels so easily. And going from that to this car is 200 from the factory, and to the wheels it has roughly 180 horsepower. So going from 500 horsepower to 180 was a huge change for me. I made a whole video explaining why I don't regret selling my Mustang. It is a great car, but I couldn't be any happier with my BRZ right now. And number 5 was the power. Having 180 horsepower to the wheels was something that I was really skeptical about. I was used to having so much raw power in a straight line. Obviously, when I got this car, I knew it was going to be a well-balanced car that can take turns really well. And power was going to be one of those things that it's going to lack. And I knew it was not going to have that torque. It has a pretty bad torque dip, and that goes with number 5. The power all around, the torque dip, and everything you get stock with it. So don't get me wrong, the BRZ FRS and 86 stock, they are fun cars. Yes, they're lacking in power, but when you're driving that car, it feels very analog, really balanced, and it just feels like you're in a race car. It really does, even at stock, with that power. But for me, I needed a little bit more power, and I'm happy I did it. Right now, my BRZ is naturally aspirated. Eventually, I will get a supercharger. I might get a turbo, but I'm leaning more towards a supercharger. So I'm not going to go over all the mods I have for the car, just the ones that really give me that pretty big boost in power. So we'll start with, I guess, the tune I have. I have open flash tablet, I have a stage 2 tune, and the fuel I'm using is E85. And using E85 honestly gave me so much more power. It was night and day. And with that, with stage 2, I also have unequal length headers, the JDL unequal length headers. And even without the E85, before I started doing that, the torque dip was already gone. The E85 was just that extra power, and it made driving this car that much more fun. 235 is a good size for right now. If I end up getting more power, if I do get a supercharger or turbo in the future, I will have to get thicker tires. But for now, I love the fitment of my car. Honestly, it looks great. I'm lowered on iBox Sportline lowering springs. I had coilovers, I took them off because I like how these ride better. But look at that, that is perfect. It's low, but not too low. It's functional, but it's at the borderline of not being functional and functional, but I'm able to daily drive this car. The back is a little bit higher than the front, but that fitment is perfect. So those were the 5 things I didn't like about my Subaru BRZ when I first bought my car. I'll put that link in the description below. Please watch it. That was when I first started making videos about the BRZ. It was pretty much bone stock at that point. I had a couple modifications, but those were the things that really I didn't like, yeah. And most of those, I pretty much eliminated them, except for the interior stuff. For my center console, yeah, I will buy the armrest eventually. For the power cords, that's such a minor thing, it's not a big deal. But my power, my wheel and tire setup, I couldn't be any happier with my Subaru BRZ right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'm back to making at least 3 videos a week, every single week. Sorry about not making videos for the past 2 weeks. I did have a lot of personal stuff going on. I had no motivation to pick up the camera and record. Everything pretty much went on hold for the last 2 weeks. I have a lot of awesome things coming for my BRZ. A couple weeks ago, I told you guys I got that new wing for my car, and I did get it color matched. I just have to get it installed, and I'll reveal that to you guys very, very soon. And I just noticed I'm less than 10 subscribers away to 4,000 subscribers on my channel, which is insane. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I respond back. I reply back to every single comment I get. Thank you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.